Listen, you see this, Jonesy? It's a Mitre Pro Max. You're not getting anywhere near it. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because episode 32 is all about defenders.
Oh.
The beautiful Premier League defender that would never let you touch this.
Yes. Plenty of them.
How you doing?
Plenty of them. Good. How about yourself?
Very well. It was lovely to be back once again and speaking to you, beautiful
like
listeners.
You just said before we recorded, it seems like a while since we recorded. I don't know.
So much happens in the week, mate. I mean, we obviously put a lot of effort into research and exploring new ways of making the pod exciting. And do you know what? I'll tell you one thing, right?
Tell me.
The last couple of days, I've had so many of these kind of like brainwaves of episode ideas. And then we've also had some great points from our listeners as to what they want to see. So I've jotted a few down. So let's talk. But today, episode 32, Jonesy, just give us a brief snippet as to what's going to happen, mate. Come on.
Yeah, well, as I said, we've done strikers, we've done midfielders. It's time to talk about the defenders. So we've just got a list of our favourite defenders, or just think important defenders?
A bit of both, I'd say. Would you? Yeah. So defenders, mate. Growing up as a young lad watching the Premier League, did you pay attention to defenders? Did you appreciate them?
Oh, I think we'll get into the thing halfway through the episode because no Liverpool defenders feature in my list.
Okay, right. So I think they're the unsung hero of the football team. I mean,
looking back at it now, I think growing up, I was always a striker. You know, when you played football in school team, you always wanted the glory, didn't you? No one wanted to be a defender.
You got moved back if you were slower or bigger, like my case.
Yeah, so got moved behind the goal. But always wanted to score. But you realise growing up how important the defence is.
100%.
So I think this is going to be a great episode. Looking forward to this one.
I think as well, mate, if you're in the stands, right, and you're talking amongst the fans, they are going to remember that defender just as much as they would be a goal scorer. Because it's about reliability. It's about tough players. It's about going to war, It's not about what the defender there is today, because it's way too technical. You wanted to, run against a brick wall, didn't you?
You could probably go back at the 90s, what they looked like as well, compared to a modern day defender.
Yeah.
They look like 45, 50 years old. They're only like 24.
I know. Well, we said the other day, didn't we, about Sean Teal, on the front cover of the Shoot magazine. We're he looks like an 80s Miami Vice detective. He doesn't look like he's a defender.
It's like Alvin Martin for West Ham. Looked about 60 years old, didn't he?
John Walk
as well, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. I did see, whilst researching this today, I saw a picture of Pallister and Bruce next to each other. And I looked at them and I thought, cool, that looks like a Legends game. It was 1994. It was right in the middle of Man United's height. I was kind of thinking, what on earth happened to kind of the nutrition and the physicality of the game? It's incredible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I think we're just going to get straight into it, aren't we? As I said, what we're wearing, we're modelling some T-shirts, aren't we, mate?
Yeah. Last week I wore the 90s Premier League podcast shirt in black. Today, for you listeners on Spotify, it's in white. And Jonesy, you're modelling one too, shall I say?
Yeah, just a little badge in the corner one. Yeah, this is nice. I tell you what, I think I had to do a wardrobe change, didn't I? Because it's getting hot here now in Australia, and I thought I could pull off an Arsenal 1990 shirt, and I was melting. I was like, I can't wear this, so I had to do a quick wardrobe change. That's so once to get the air conditioning sorted out, the temperature just right, back to shirts.
Yeah, I mean, guys, let us know what you think of the shirt. We're not forcing you to buy them because we're just happy wearing them ourselves, to be honest, aren't we, mate? But if you think, I mean, the Premier League badge in the top corner of your shirt is very understated, but it just looks class with the statement that you've got on. So it looks good.
Yeah.
Would you have
Yeah.
them on just the sleeve, maybe, like the good old Premier League
Oh,
badges? Who knows,
yeah.
eh? Who knows?
There you go.
But anyway, let's not talk about cloth anymore. Let's talk about the wearers of the cloth in defenders. Jonesy, where do we start, mate?
Defenders of the universe, mate.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start. You've probably got him on your list as well. Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
There we go. One club man.
Yeah. Incredible and rare to find these days. One club man.
Yeah. What have you got, mate?
Well, I know Arsene Wenger. I don't know if you've got the quote from 1997, but
Nope.
Arsene Wenger said, "When I first came to Arsenal, I realised the back four were all university graduates in the art of defending. As for Tony Adams, I consider him to be the doctor of defence."
Excellent. How good is that?
What more do you need? Like, to be like given that by Arsene Wenger, one of the greatest Premier League managers of all time,
That's
to be
it.
told
Like
that.
I've got a one club man who lifted titles in 2 decades, brilliant organizer, captain of one of the most famous defensive lines.
Yeah. We spoke
Like,
about this in about our England 11, didn't we? And the reason why Arsenal's back four were never used. But I mean,
it's still a mystery, isn't it?
let's talk about that back four for a second. So
Yeah.
Adams, Bold,
Winterburn,
Dixon,
Dixon, Keown. Keown
a
could
little
be in there
Dustin
as well.
Keown, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Need any more than that? No.
No, he's just
I mean,
so good.
it's incredible, right?
I mean, so for Arsenal, was at 672 appearances, 49 goals, 66 caps for England. So he's got four league titles, 3 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 2 Charity Shields, and 1 Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah.
He just TFA Team of the Year, 86, 87, 93, 94, 95, 96, 96, 97.
Wow. Good run.
Yeah, good run. Absolutely.
I mean, he just looked hard, didn't he? He just looked like he would take no nonsense. He was loud on the pitch, commanding, strong, could finish the ball well. Because, like you said, he scored a few.
Yeah, and you just think about, obviously he went through his troubles as well, didn't he? But he came back. Yeah.
Very strong character. And I think that's the difference in being a leader on and off the pitch. I mean, he wasn't ashamed enough to kind of not admit his struggles. And the fact that he then dealt with them and bounced back from that as well is incredible.
Absolutely. I know. I was just thinking, I mean, I think we talked about it off as well. Do you know he's in the Premier League Hall of Fame. Good. Because I was gonna kind of arc up if he wasn't. That's good because he deserves.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Great leader. Right. What else have you got, mate?
I've got Des Walker, right, and I've got his shirt behind me today.
Just a quick one. I didn't put any Sheffield Wednesday defenders on my list.
Didn't you?
It's like I don't want to tread into woody territory.
Yeah, I did the same for Liverpool, for you, but and a little bit of Blackburn, but I kind of thought Sheffield Wednesday again. Though we did have a great back four. I mean, we had Des Walker, you had Nigel Pearson, you had Nigel Worthington, Roland Nielsen, like Andy Sinton, which we'll go on to, Dan Petrescu, etc., etc., etc. But so we had a wealth of like well-known defenders. Des Walker, 264 Premier League appearances only for Sheffield Wednesday, because obviously he joined Sampdoria in July 1992 from Nottingham Forest.
Of course, yeah.
So he never played in the Premier League for anybody else. And then obviously once we got relegated in the 99-2000 season, he then played a few seasons for us and then went back to Forest.
Oh, so he stuck around.
Yeah, which is an incredible servant to the club. He was 2.7 million in 1993. this is incredible, right? He played under 8 different managers in 8 years at Sheffield Wednesday.
Wow. Bloody hell.
I thought Watford were bad. But I think he was very rarely injured. If you look at his stats, like he was incredibly resilient. He never had a serious injury that never took him out for a long period of time. He was strong. He was fast. I mean, he notoriously said that one of his biggest sort of counterparts in football was Ian Wright because of his kind of pace and stuff. But if you watch clips back of Des Walker defending, he was incredibly quick, but also really strong. But he wasn't the biggest.
He's very intelligent.
Like, yeah, and I think you're spot on, actually, mate. That is a very good word to use. And I think that's the difference in a good defender. It's about reading the game and anticipating the next move, isn't it? About the intelligence.
What didn't he have? What was the chant? You'll never beat Des Walker. Is that?
You'll never beat Des Walker. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what more do you want for a defender?
Oh, yeah. He was. Yeah, I was always a Des Walker fan as well. How many caps?
I believe it was 59 or 58. I think it was maybe.
Okay. That was basically early 90s, wasn't it? Look.
Yeah, I think it was in the 50s. I read.
Let's have a look. Yeah, should have been more. 88 to 93, 59. Yeah,
59. Yeah.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah, and I mean, just another player that kind of kept himself to himself. Never really knew much about him outside of the game, but a model professional, and he follows suit. Can you imagine having Adams and Des Walker in defence? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who have you got next?
Brucey bonus, Steve Bruce.
Okay. Yeah. Talk to me.
Talk to you. Tough, brave, brilliant in the air. So he was key to United's dominance in the 90s. Scored some crucial goals as well, didn't he?
I mean, his face was battered as well, wasn't he? Like, you didn't really want to face him.
He looked about 50 when he was like in his late 30s, didn't he? Like, he was
exactly.
He was So 417 appearances with Man United, 52 goals. What's incredible? He scored 19 goals. 19 goals in the 90 to 91 season. 19 goals for a defender.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's 3 league titles, 3 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 3 Charity Shields, 1 Cup Winners' Cup, and a Super Cup. So he did all right.
But he threw himself into the mix in bowl, didn't he, Steve Bruce? He was always in there. It was going up for corners, slide tackles. Again, another hard-faced defender that just never backed out of a challenge. And again, was a very good leader, because taking the mantle from Brian Robson was tough enough, right?
Yeah. And still, like, I mean, we mentioned it in the England, like, uncapped, like, uncapped for England.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. I don't get it.
But great. Great partnership with Gary Pallister as well.
Yeah. Again, if you think about kind of dynamic duos as centre backs, I mean, you've got Bold, Adams. There aren't many dynamic duos as solid as Pallister and Bruce.
Yeah. I mean, did you have Pallister down on yours?
I've got Pallister on my list. I've got him down as the kind of the top 4 or 5 that I've picked, but that doesn't mean of him any less. Again, he's one of those defenders that looked too cumbersome to be a defender. Do you know what I mean? He looked very big and clumsy, but he was completely the opposite.
Yeah, I've got perfect foil for Bruce. Quick, composed, elegant, which he was.
Yeah. He really was. And again, he was another one of those defenders that if he was missing from the team, you thought you had a chance if Bruce or Pallister weren't playing.
Because I've got down here, PFA Player of the Year, 1991-92. So Team of the Year. So he was in the Team of the Year 91-92, 92-93, 93-94, 94-95, 97-98.
Geez, sound like you were an auction house then, Jonesy. Crikey. Yeah, that is pretty impressive. Pallister to the highest bidder.
Do you reckon he's underrated, though?
Hugely. Yeah, hugely. I don't think he's in the Premier League Hall of Fame yet, is he?
No. 317 appearances with Man United, 12 goals and 22 caps for England.
Yeah. No.
All right. All right.
Um,
What else you got, mate?
okay. Nicknamed God by Aston Villa fans in the Holt End.
Yeah.
It's got to be Paul McGrath.
Who are? Yeah.
Who are Paul McGrath?
Yeah.
Won the PFA Player of the Year and the first Premier League season, where Villa finished second. Paul McGrath was, I mean, we all know, again, troubles off the pitch. We've mentioned him in the Foreign Legion 11.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
I just don't think he's talked about enough as a defender. In Irish football, I'm sure he is, because they regard him very highly. He just had he had a grace and an athleticism to his game, and he had a really good ability to kind of read the match. He was very clever. And I think it showed because, again, he was another one of those defenders that not much got past him.
I read somewhere he was always injured, but he just ignored it.
He just wanted to play. But again, if you think about Ireland's success in the early 90s in World Cup qualifications, etc., USA 94, Italia 90, you had the likes of Daunton, Paul McGrath, Mick McCarthy. You had Terry Phelan. You had a great injection of young, strong Premier League defenders. And it was incredible, really, because Paul McGrath was at Man United, wasn't he? Obviously, in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes, yeah.
And then goes to Villa under Big Ron. But they kind of built such a strong team because Villa were very competitive in the early 90s, weren't they? And obviously, they won the Coca-Cola Cup 93, 94. So I hold him very highly in my favourite defenders of all time in the Premier League.
I was going to say that before we record that, I said I left him off my list because I know you would have him on there. So, I had a feeling you rated him pretty highly. So, yeah.
I do.
That's a good show. Yeah.
I enjoy watching him. I found all of the clips that I watched of him on lead up to today's episode. He made the basics look really good.
Yeah.
And anything above that, it was just like wow, that's a good, solid defender. So well done, Paul McGrath.
Yeah. Next up.
Next.
All right. Braveheart. Colin Hendry.
Oh, do you know, I saw Colin Hendry play for Blackburn's 150th anniversary at the weekend. He still looks good, doesn't he?
I was going to say, he looks knackered. He looked knackered then. He looked old back then.
No, what I mean by looking good, he looks good, like good shape to still play. But he did look like a character from Asterix, didn't he? That kind of like battered Viking. But if you were playing like Pictionary or something, and someone said to you, "Draw a Scotsman," you would draw Colin Hendry, wouldn't you? Like the little bum chin, the kilt.
Yeah, absolutely.
The weathered face.
So I've got Heart of Rovers 94-95 title win.
Yeah.
I realized he had two spells at Rovers from 1986 to 1990. Then he went to Man City, didn't he? Then went back to Blackburn 91 to 98.
Which again, do you find really weird? Like, I don't know if you think like I do. I guess you do. Do you think it's weird seeing Colin Hendry in a Man City kit? Have you seen a picture of him?
Yeah.
It doesn't look right, does it?
Doesn't look right. No. And then so 373 appearances for Blackburn, 34 goals, 51 caps, one Premier League title, and he was in the PFA Team of the Year 94, 95, 97, 98. Just solid. Or his heart on his sleeve. Always remember that Blackburn one where he grabs the shirt when he's after scoring. Yeah.
Going up for headers, going up for headers and the glancing header and his blonde hair going everywhere and all the water coming off it and like proper like heading the ball with aggression and
I forgot Hendry. So he left Blackburn in 98. Then he went to Rangers.
Yeah.
Won the treble. Was signed by Dick Advocaat for $4 million.
As you do.
Won the treble.
Yeah.
then old Dick decided that Hendry wasn't his type of player and sold him to Coventry.
Oh, Dick.
I can't remember. I can't remember Colin Hendry playing for. Have you seen him in a Coventry shirt?
Do you remember him going to Bolton as well? That's weird. I think he went
no.
under Sam Allardyce when they just got promoted.
Ah,
2000.
yeah. But like, yeah, there you go. He's in the Subaru. Yeah, it looks weird. He's in the Subaru next to Gordon Strachan there.
But you know what I mean, though? If someone, like, I know I said earlier, like, if you could draw a Scotsman, it's a Scottish footballer, I think, I mean. Is that
I know what you mean.
he just looks like a Roy of the Rovers kind of drawing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, and
He
the
does
way
look
he
like a cartoon
played,
character,
yeah, it's just the way he played. He wasn't. What was his disciplinary record like? Was it bad? Was he sent off a lot?
Much.
I just don't recall it, but
no, I'm sure he was.
But you realise how good that Blackburn title-winning team was.
Yeah.
Like, who was his partner in centre back there? Was it McKenna? No, Pearce.
Yeah, he had a few, didn't he?
Berg.
Yeah, Henningberg. Oh, yeah. He had a.
You don't remember the second defender for Blackburn there, do you? Really?
No, mine doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. Just Hendry.
You've got Batty and Sherwood in front of him. You got Lasso. You got Jeff Kenner and
he had a lot of. He had a lot of defensive partners, I think, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Wow. Blackburn fans, if you're listening, if we're proved wrong and there was a second defender, obviously we know there was, but if there was a second defender that you've gone, oi, Woody, Jonesy, you're talking rubbish, this is who it is, let us know.
Yeah, it's been a long day, mate. Okay.
Don't worry.
Right, what else you got?
Stuart Pearce.
Oh, psycho.
I can't, psycho. One of the best moments of Euro 96. I still get goosebumps now when he scores that penalty.
Yeah.
And I still get goosebumps watching his reaction because I think that's probably the single most best reaction I've ever seen from a player. If you want to know what football means to a proper professional, watch Stuart Pearce.
I remember watching that game. I was in my room. I think it's Saturday afternoon. Just got home, and it was on there, my little TV. And yeah, I think I stood up watching it. And just saw the emotion in his face.
So I mean, if you've got an event coming up that you need a bit of G'ing up for, if you've got a marathon to run or a Sunday league game or a job interview, and you want some riling up, just type in Stuart Pearce penalty Spain. Let him do the rest of the work. That's all you need.
He's got some cracking free kicks as well, didn't he?
Thank you. That was my next bit that I was going to go to. Yeah. So not only was he an absolute thunderbolt, his legs were massive, weren't they? I mean, at times I thought he was eating his shorts because they were so far up his legs. But he had like proper big legs, and like when he took free kicks, it was like he was trying to kill the goalie. Like he hit it, didn't he? There was one free kick against Coventry, right? And I know it's the first division, so forgive me, listeners, it wasn't the Premier League. But the clip of it, you hear it hit the crossbar and the stanchion, and it is the most satisfying sound you will hear because the crowd is delayed by a couple of seconds, and you go like, and it's like, whoa!
I'm surprised no one ever released a CD or cassette in the 90s of just
Stuart Pearce ASMR. Obviously, another thunderbolt of a free kick against Tottenham in the 91 FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Subsequently, Des Walker scores an own goal in that game, but we won't talk about that.
No, I don't go about that. I've got every tackle was full-blooded. Yeah. What else did I find the quote? Pearce embodied 90s grit.
Very nicely put. Yeah, he did. He was I mean, he listened to his punk music, didn't he, before the game, and he used to get really sort of like set up and wound up for it. And
Yeah.
you could see like it's none of that like handshake and cuddles in the tunnel. Like he had a vision, didn't he? And he wanted to win.
Yeah.
So Stuart
Yeah.
Pearce, take a bow.
Excellent. Yes. All right. Next one. He's one of my favorite defenders in like. I remember having a poster on my wall. It was like Hugo Akiog.
Love Hugo Akiog.
Yeah. Yeah. Physically dominant and dependable.
Rest in peace, you
Yeah.
beautiful footballer. He was
Yeah.
brilliant, wasn't he?
I put a key player in Villa's 90s, signed by Big Ron for £40,000 from West Brom in 1991, and by 94 he replaced Sean Teal's moustache as main partner to Paul McGrath.
Oh, right. Stop right there. That is a defensive duo, isn't it?
That is a wall.
Why have I not thought of that one? Hugo Ekikog and Paul McGrath. I mean, the Hadrian's Wall of football is right there.
I've got 303 appearances, 15 goals, and this is a crime as well. Only 4 England caps. How? 15 under 21 caps.
Oh, so they must have liked him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So then he joined. So then he joined Middlesbrough in November 2000 for a club record of 8 million. But the thing is that West Brom had a 50% sell-on clause from that £40,000 sale. So that was a stumbling block in the mood. Ka-ching! Yeah, big one.
Boing,
you can have 40 grand, but we're going to put a 50% sell-on clause on the lad.
Oh. Did no one read that like small print when it comes to selling him?
Yeah. So he missed out on the Coca-Cola Cup final when they beat Man United 93-94, but he won one in 95-96 and won the League Cup for Middlesbrough in 2003-2004. PFA
By
Team
the
of the
way,
Year, 95-96.
So that was the year they won the Coca-Cola Cup final at 95-96.
Yeah, against Leeds. Yeah.
Can I just say, I think that final is incredibly underrated from a kit perspective. Because Aston Villa's kit that year was divine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
And Leeds wore their
it was the
Alan Partridge Thistle Hotel polo neck. But it looked good at Wembley, didn't it?
That's the one. They didn't have any names on the back.
No. And that's what I mean. But it just looked good. It was their kind of like...
And it was rain. Was it raining that day? It looked very dark. Yeah. From visually, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the game might not have been great. I mean, what was the score? Was it 2-0, 3-0?
3-0. Savo scored a cracker, didn't he?
So yeah, and like, it's not necessarily about the result for me. Sometimes it's like when I look at like the playoff final in 94-95 between Reading and Bolton, right? I don't necessarily. The game was class, but if I look at it from a kit perspective, I'm like, oh, Pallada and Reebok.
When I think of a playoff final in the 90s, I always first go to that.
Exactly.
Shaka Hislop's crazy Reading goalkeeper.
Yeah. And because Villa had the navy blue away kit that year with the light blue shorts. So it's close, in my opinion, for beating the 93-94 Essex kit. Close.
Okay. Right.
But Villa had one hell of a side there. So to have Hugo Ekihog and Paul McGrath as defenders, I mean, no wonder they had such a good cup run. Incredible.
Yeah. Excellent. Who else you got, mate?
Who else have I got? So let's have a look. I'm desperate to talk about Darren Peacock. Can I talk about Darren Peacock? He looked like he was from the band Extreme, like speaking more than words. But I think I put to you a couple of weeks ago an idea for a pod episode, which went down like a lead balloon, didn't it? Because it was like, I wanted to talk to you about Premier League players that had represented numerous clubs in the 90s, but we couldn't really figure out a format as to how it worked.
Yes, I remember that now. I reckon
Yeah. So
it'd still be a great episode to do, I reckon.
I think we could do it. I
I'll
just
take
think
a
we need
week
to
off
do
work and do some research.
it. Yeah, like, take a sabbatical just for this one episode. But Darren Peacock was up there for me because it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, QPR, Newcastle,
Mm.
Blackburn. I think that was it. But for a decade, one of those defenders that if I look at Newcastle with their kind of meteoric rise in the Premier League, 95, 96, it was
Yeah.
him and Howie, Philippe Albert, Warren Barton, Beresford.
Yeah. Yeah.
Philippe Albert is on my list,
Yeah.
but
I've got him down.
Darren Peacock was one of those players that I don't want to be offensive to him, but he didn't care about his image. He put his hair in a ponytail, left his shirt hanging out, didn't button up the top collar, got out there and just won header.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? He was like a no nonsense defender. He didn't care about like the fancy boots. He put his kit on and he went out to battle. And this is the difference with 90s footballers because you've got players that just literally went out and defended. You
Yeah.
didn't have all this like David Luiz and all this kind of diving to save time or, it was just nonsense. So Darren Peacock for me, do you remember him
Okay.
much at Blackburn?
No, I think he was injured a lot at Blackburn. Was he? How many games? Games did he
Yeah, I
play?
don't. Yeah, because I can picture him in the CIS insurance kit.
He only played 47 games.
Oh wow! So
To
he was. Where was his longest career at Newcastle?
Yeah. So between 90 and 94 QPR, 126 appearances. Newcastle, 94 to 98, 133 appearances. Then he went to so he's moved to Blackburn in 1988, where his serious injury problems began. There you go.
The Peacock started to lose his feathers.
In 2000, while on loan, Peacock collided with their own goalkeeper, Michael Oakes, in a match against Fulham, suffering a damaged vertebrae in his neck and compression to his spine. He played on in the match despite being knocked unconscious.
Right, that
Bloody hell.
Woody, close your clipboard. End of episode. Darren Peacock plays on with a damaged vertebrae. Oh my word! What more do you need to know from a 90s defender?
Knocked unconscious. Darren, you're going to be all right? Oh, where am I? Yeah, I'll be all right.
Just pass me my hair scrunchie. I'll put it back in.
Jeez. When you look into them, I had no idea. Good shout, though.
Wow. Jonesy, you deliver start of the week. Oh. All right,
Oh, goodness.
take it from me before I completely gush over Darren Peacock.
The next one is a player that used to play for Manchester United. I couldn't hate him. Do you know who I'm going to talk about?
You're going to talk about Denny? Yeah.
I couldn't hate Dennis Irwin.
Well,
just someone who just got on with the game. No dramas, no fuss.
Yeah.
I've got written here the ultimate underrated professional.
Oh yeah, he's like one of those people though that if Man United players ever got in a fight, he's the one that always stayed back and just kind of watched it and was like, "I'll wait for it to kick over."
Do you know what's a crime though? Gary Neville got in the Hall of Fame before Dennis Irwin.
Yeah, because I saw this recently on their podcast that he was showing off his Hall of Fame, but he even said himself the best professional he's ever watched and played with, and Roy Keane agreed, was Dennis Irwin.
Yeah. So I thought two-footed ice-cold penalty taker rarely had a bad game. Alex Ferguson revealed that he only guarantees Dennis Irwin a spot in his all-time Man United 11. Can't think of all the other positions.
Jesus Christ.
Guaranteed spot for Dennis Irwin.
But again, 90s Ireland, Staunton, Irwin, Phil Babb, McGrath. Yeah. No wonder they did so well.
Jeez, Roy Keane in midfield. They had a great side.
Andy Townsend.
We could do an episode on Ireland.
Jason McAteer. Ray Houghton.
Yep.
With a little bit of John Aldridge up front.
The golden years, the golden generation.
We do need to... Jonesy, write this down. USA 94 or Ireland in USA 94. What a beaut.
That'd be a great episode. Good call.
Have you got any more stats on Irwin?
Yes. So 529 appearances, 33 goals, 56 caps for Ireland. So 7 league titles, 2 FA Cups,
Oh,
1 League Cup, 4 Charity Shield, 1 Champions League, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup, 1 Super Cup, 1 Intercontinental Cup. What I found as well, so he had his testimonial. Did you ever hear about this? So he had a testimonial in August 2000 against Manchester City, which was marred by an early crunching high challenge by George Weah, which eventually forced up Irwin after 37 minutes. He got injured in his own testimonial and taken off.
I didn't know that.
George
By
Weah.
George Weah.
Yeah. Who's decided on it? Who's decided to have a Manchester derby for a testimonial?
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like Celtic or Ireland, maybe an
Or
Ireland
even
11.
Oldham? Yeah.
Or Oldham, because he's the
Yeah.
restarted, wasn't it? Again,
Yeah.
going back to that, how weird is that seeing Dennis Irwin in an Oldham kit?
Seen the Bovis one?
Yeah, like good old Bovis. But like, because I can remember when he went to Wolves, right? Because
Oh, that was
where I
weird as
used,
well.
but when I used to be so obsessed with transfers and things like in those sort of times, when Wolves got promoted, or like, I used to look at their transfers and I thought, oh, they've got Dennis Irwin and Paul Ince in the same team. They're rebuilding Man United. Oh my God, you know, and it was like a real excitement because
Did
he
Paul
was
Parker
such a
pop
good,
up?
yeah, Paul Parker, Kanchelskis,
Yeah.
yeah,
Old boys back together.
David May.
Yeah. Yeah. David May. He's too busy. He's too busy with his Champions League, mate.
Was he on your list?
No. No, was he on yours?
No. But
No.
again, why?
Who, David May? Oh.
Yeah. Was he Colin Hendry's number 2?
Oh, yes, with 93, 94 season.
He didn't win the title with Blackburn, though, did he? Because he'd left by then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just have a look. It's intrigued me now. Jeez.
But I think
I mean, I should know it. I'm not a Blackburn fan, so I don't know why you'd think I'd automatically know who they had in the heart of defence.
For the listeners, I've pulled that face that everyone knows Jonesy is a Blackburn Rovers fan.
So, oh, jeez.
Do you know when Blackburn
Rovers?
Pearce? Ian Pearce. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Ian Pearce. When Blackburn Rovers did their 150th video anniversary from like all the players going like, congratulations, I was half expecting to see you on there, Jonesy, like wishing the fans.
I'd just like to say thank you. Yeah, don't know how did I get here? Yeah.
Right.
Jeez.
Great shout with Dennis Irwin, by the way.
Yeah.
Great shout.
Yeah.
Let's talk Donna. Let's talk Donna, Phil, Kebab. Donna, Phil, Bab. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think because it was a big move for him to go to Liverpool from Coventry, wasn't it? It was quite a pricey move at the time, if I remember rightly. And that was highlighted in 93, 94, I think.
Yeah, so we're trying to...
That's quite a high profile.
Yeah, because who did they have? 93, 94, it was Neil Ruddock and Julian Dix.
Yeah.
And I just started to think, you think back then, hard man. Imagine that for a wall.
I know. Yeah.
Just get headbutted.
Just give him the ball, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, Phil Babb for me growing up, I mean, the thing that I knew about Phil Babb was when he slid and caught himself on the post against Castoraghi at Anfield. But from a kind of a defensive perspective, again, he was another one of those defenders that went under the radar.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Because he was Coventry captain at a young age.
Yeah, so he moved to Liverpool in September 94 at 3.6, so it made him the most expensive defender of Britain at the time.
Well done, Phil.
So
I mean, it's just a quick one. Just a quick one. I don't have to spend too much time on Phil Babb, but all I do know is that he was a very good centre-back. And he was another versatile one, because wasn't he like a right back as well?
I think so, yes. I think he was one of those where you could just play anywhere. We're saying that because they signed him with John Scales, didn't they?
From Wimbledon?
Yeah, they signed at the same time. So Scales was signed for 3.5 million, September 94 as well.
Bab Scales.
Blood Scales, because I think they just obviously had that leaky defense, didn't they? Even
Mm.
I forget about John Scales. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, let's go into it because talking into it, obviously being a Liverpool fan during the '90s is I just I didn't have any defenders as my favorite players. I was more of attacking. I mean,
Hmm.
Stiggy Bjornaby, he was good. I think he made a PFA
Yeah.
team of the. But then you had like Mark Wright. I couldn't trust Mark Wright. You remember Mark Wright?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he played a lot for England, didn't he? But you're right.
Early '90s though, wasn't it?
Early 90s.
I
Yeah.
just remember him in that kind of the '92. I think he was at Italia '90. I know. I just remember seeing
Yeah.
him.
I just remember
Yeah.
being sick to death of him getting a Premier League Merlin sticker of Mark Wright all the time. And I was like in the playground on a Monday, like, do you want a Mark Wright? Like, I couldn't get rid of him. It was
Oh.
ridiculous.
But like obviously you have good memories of a defense, Sheffield Wednesday defense growing up.
Hmm.
I don't have a good yeah. Rob Jones, obviously I liked him because he was Jones.
It's funny though, isn't it?
Rob
How
Jones was
like,
great.
yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's different eras though, isn't there? Like with Arsenal, like they had a really good defense, but a bit of a shaky midfield until kind of Vieira arrived.
Yeah.
It was Merson and Parler, but like every now and then you'd have like Schwartz in there. Was he good enough? Jensen, did he perform enough? Um, and they didn't have a consistency. Whereas Liverpool had the top two of Rush and Fowler. Everyone knew about them, and McManaman, and it was,
Be honest, I didn't have confidence. And he signed, I think, 99, 2000, Sami Hupia. When we signed him,
mm-hmm,
I mean, he just makes it. But
yeah,
that's when I thought, well, we've got a good defender on our hands here. He
yeah,
stayed there for years as well.
yeah.
I think he was there for like 10 years.
Plus, he looked like a villain from a Die Hard movie. That helped.
Yeah, yeah, but it was like, you look at him, you've got a solid defender there. You've got like a
Hmm.
leader who's captain, things like that. But before that, there was nothing. We didn't have a player like that.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Um, One player that I saw live that I was wowed by at a young age was Andy Sinton.
Oh, okay.
So QPR, Sheffield Wednesday,
Yeah.
Tottenham. Um, he was brilliant at Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, that was around the time he started to sort of dip in and dip out of England
Yeah.
form. And I know he was a highly regarded sort of like wing back because he was very good at getting forward,
Yeah.
often a winger at times. But I remember watching him in a pre-season friendly for Tottenham in 96, 97 at Elm Park. And he was brilliant, like really impressive. And he was
Really good.
quick.
Yeah.
And he's kind of in the same demographic for me as Dennis Irwin in terms of the model professionalism and good at what he did and did a
Yeah.
job. We've said this before that a lot of these defenders are the consistent 7, 8s out of 10s. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to
Mm.
score from 40 yards, but they'll defend their patch.
Yeah.
And Stinton was one of those, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, a player like I've got down here as well, Graham Lasso.
Yeah,
See, I've got one of the first English fullbacks
100%.
to bring real attacking intent. So he was
Yeah,
a key player in the '94, '95. I always forget he started at Chelsea. I
yeah.
got a thing how he signed for Chelsea in 1987. But did you hear about how he left Chelsea the first time?
Nope.
He got angry at being subbed. So he threw his shirt on the ground against Southampton and stormed past Ian Porterfield. Then he was sold to Blackburn Rovers for 700,000 in March '93.
And then winning the Premier League.
Yeah. Then he broke his ankle in '95, '96. But before that, he had a brawl with David Batty. So he missed Euro '96, didn't he?
Oh, God, yeah. Would he have played?
Oh,
Because he featured in the Umbro Cup, didn't he?
that goal against Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
but again, he was another one of those. He was very intelligent, though, wasn't he? Off the field.
yeah,
And you could kind of see that on the pitch, though. Like he did read the game very well. and
I
understood
did, yeah.
like what he had to do. And he was, I always remember about Graham Lestow. He always hit the ball really cleanly.
He did, didn't he?
Do you know what I mean? Like he was
Yeah.
never like he was a good passer of the ball because I remember watching him at Chelsea
Mm.
and Southampton, but Chelsea in particular in the kind of later 90s, he was very good at passing and kind of he was always an attacking fullback, very similar to Stinton.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I just thought. Yeah. So signed by Chelsea back to Chelsea in August '97, the most expensive defender, 55 million.
Mhm.
But he had a good career. He won the league title at Rovers, won League Cup with Chelsea, won the FA Cup with Chelsea, Cup Winners' Cup with Chelsea, Super Cup, and he was in the PFA Team of the Year 94, 95 and 97, 98. So he did all right.
Oh, that's quite impressive for
Yeah.
his honours list. Yeah,
Mm.
um,
Underrated as well, or?
massively. I
Yeah.
liked Graham Lestow. I always
Yeah.
thought he was a good player.
Yeah.
Um, there was just something about him that I thought I just liked his kind of his aura as a Premier League defender.
Yeah. Excellent. Who else we got?
Um, well, we touched on Philippe Albert,
Yeah.
but also I want to talk about um, Dan Petrescu.
Oh, yes. Yes. Great shout.
So obviously, fresh out of USA '94, another classic kind of World Cup signing for Sheffield Wednesday. Um, very popular amongst the Wednesday fans because again we had him and Andy Stinton. Like that's a very good wing back. Ian Nolan as well.
Yeah.
Des
He's
Walker, you know, Nigel Worthington for a little bit. Um,
the thing is, right, this is a bit how my brain I consider Dan Petrescu more of a Sheffield Wednesday player than Chelsea, right?
I
And he
think
was
the other
only there.
way.
Yeah. When I think of Dan
Yeah,
Petrescu, I think of him with that Wednesday shirt. I mean, he was only lasted
yeah,
a season, and how many years was he at Chelsea for?
yeah. I mean,
It's
I've got what have I've got a Petrescu shirt, haven't I? What have I got him as? And
it's crazy, yeah.
I've got him in the yellow shirt. Yeah, the yellow and
So just,
purple.
I mean, yeah. But I just when I think of him, I think I just saw him in the race for the title, 94, 95. But I always think, oh, Dan Petrescu, he was at just Sheffield Wednesday longer than he actually was. But
I look at it
yeah,
now though as we were his golden ticket to London, weren't we? Like, you know, getting there because he saw Popescu and
a few players did that, didn't
Dimitrescu,
they? Yeah,
Tottenham. I was like, oh,
yeah,
come down to London. You'll love it here.
yeah,
Chelsea come knocking. Yes, please. Like, straight away.
yeah.
But again, he was a ball of energy, Petrescu, wasn't he? Like, he was very fast and he was always channel play. Like, very good player. Um, so
How was
again,
the World Cup 98? He raced past teammate Graham Lestow and scored the winning goal against England.
wasn't that the cup they all dyed their hair blonde as well?
Yeah, what
Ugh,
a man.
won't talk about that. Sol
Yeah.
Campbell, Jonesy,
Yep, got him down. I've got fast, strong powerhouse. Had a great World Cup 98, didn't he?
did. And he was
Yeah.
obviously, he lifted the Worthington Cup with Tottenham before Arsenal.
Ah, we all have a Worthington Cup, don't we?
But it, like, like, for some reason, a lot of the kind of timeline for me about the 90s Cups was all focused around Premier League and FA Cup. I kind of, the mid to late 90s, it all became a little bit of a blur as to who won the Coca-Cola Worthington Cup because Leicester are in the final about 8 times, weren't they?
Yeah.
And
Speaking of
Middlesbrough.
Steve Guppy, yeah,
You
just
just had
mentioning
to
it.
get the Gutmeister in.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you forget all the people who won that. Like I've got all the League Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup programs, and I've stopped at the Worthington because I
Oh.
just, yeah, ooh, I know. I'll get the Worthington one day, but I had good memories of the Coca-Cola Cup,
Hmm.
maybe because I just like drinking Coca-Cola. I don't
Yeah,
know, but
yeah. Not
um,
sponsored.
nah, but the Coca-Cola Cup programs are so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I
Um,
agree.
Another one I've got. I mean, we talked about, I left them off here because we talked. I think we spoke to him on the African episode, Lucas Radebe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it. We dived into him in the uh, the Players of Africa episode, I think, didn't we?
Great
So,
servant to Leeds.
yeah.
Because not only did he kind of like feature strong in the 90s as well, though, but he was very consistent. And I can remember when Leeds had that Champions League run in the early 2000s under David O'Leary, he was another one of those defenders, like either side of Dominic Matteo and Woodgate, a little bit of Rio Ferdinand. He was very good.
He was at Leeds for a long time. 1994 to 2005.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, we often talk about like Gerrard and stuff being a one club man, but if you look at the likes of like Lucas Radaby, he probably played for a few clubs after that, but 10 years in the Premier League for a club is incredible, right?
Yeah, so 1989 to 94, the Kaiser Chiefs, he only played for Leeds in England.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant player.
Yeah, I think he retired injured. Sure. Anyone else you got, mate?
No, that was, well, I mean, I want to talk about Philippe Albert's goal against Man United. Let's just talk about that.
Philippe Albert.
I don't have a...
I'll insert the clip here.
Looking for number 5 with Philippe Albert. Oh! Absolutely glorious.
Yeah, like that Billy sort of like just turned around because it was soaking wet, wasn't it? Like with rain and chipping Schmeichel.
That game was great. I remember watching that on Sky and
yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, it was a great game.
That was when I really noticed, by the way, the Sky Sports swoosh. You know, when you do that goal thing in between edits and clips of our pod?
Yeah.
Right, that's the game when I really noticed it because like they were showing Philippe Albert's chip and Andy Gray was like waxing lyrical over it. Like, and just the fact that he sort of turned around like nothing had happened and he was like, oh, yeah, done it. No problem. But I forget he was at Newcastle for a fair bit of time, Philippe Albert.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah, because that was another one that was just seemed to be. Was that after World Cup '94? Was that another one?
I think so.
Was he? Did Belgium play? Let me have a look. He was signed. I think he was signed in '94. He was signed. Yeah, so he came to worldwide prominence at USA '94. So there you go.
When did he leave?
99.
See, again, a lot of Newcastle's real kind of strong defence left at 98, 99 time. You know, when they did that mass 13 transfers and it was like Davazast and Pistone all coming in, and then like Darren Peacock leaves. Why would you get rid of Darren Peacock?
Have you ever read his Wikipedia? Philippe Albert. So
no, go on.
Albert's exploits at the World Cup ended a 2.6 million transfer to Keegan's Newcastle. He's issued the number 27 shirt and completed his transfer on his 27th birthday. So there you go. He later claimed that he turned down moves to Italian clubs Juventus and Fiorentina the year before as he did not like the hot climate or having to play on Sundays.
What about Super Sunday? What about that, Philippe?
And moved to Newcastle as he was a fan of Keegan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Again, though, he was a centre back, wing back as well, though, wasn't he? Like he could do both.
I think so. Yeah.
But he was a hell of a striker of the ball.
Yeah. Only 8 goals for Newcastle, eh?
Only 8?
At 96 games, 8 goals.
Wow.
That 95, 96, he scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
Do you remember him playing for Fulham in 1998?
Was that when Keegan was there?
I played 13 times. Did he go on loan? He went on loan.
Again, that would unsettle me seeing Philippe Albert in a Fulham kit.
Andrew inserts photo here.
We need to do like a "Did you know they wore this kit" episode because some of the stuff freaks me out.
Oh, he's in the Demon internet shirt. Oh, he looks thinner. He looks different.
Does he look happy, Jonesy?
No, he doesn't. No, hands on his hips.
Philippe.
Yeah, he's not very.
Have you got any more defenders? He always had a good moustache. He looked like the typical European policeman, didn't he?
Yeah. We'll just skip over because I think, Stam. We know how much you love Yap.
Yeah,
I think we've spoken about it before.
Yeah, we spoke about him enough. I mean, he can join Cantona in the Man United section. I won't say any more.
Otherwise, I've got. I think I mentioned a player that Ronnie Johnson. He had a great career.
Yeah.
United.
Yep.
Frank Leboeuf.
Oh, do you know? Well done for saying LeBeuf. I watched an FA Cup rewind, like 90s one the other day, and they played against Oxford, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 98, 99. And the team Oxford they had Dean Windass playing, like Kevin Francis up front. But they had Chelsea had LeBeuf, Dennis Wise, Zola, Vialli, Ed De Hoy, a young John Terry, right? And there was a disgusting 2-foot challenge from Frank Leboeuf on one of the Oxford players. The Oxford player jumped him, luckily, because it would have broken his leg, right?
Yeah.
He ended up landing on Frank Leboeuf, right? And looking like he stamped on him, but he jumped the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Frank Leboeuf reacted like it was World War III. It was unbelievable. And I think he is probably the most self-entitled defender I've seen doing that. Because he was just like, I've won the World Cup. I've done this. I've done that.
I've done that.
I didn't think he was that good.
I don't think I was a fan of him, to be honest. A bit of arrogance, I think.
He should have looked like he presented Crystal Maze.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's plenty more. I mean, I'm sure the listeners will let us know who we've missed out. I mean, we've tried to do justice, haven't we?
We've mentioned a lot there, guys. So if you're listening at home and you think, oh my God, he's not mentioned this person, all right? As long as it's like within reason, don't go sending us Francis Benali's or Jason Dodds. Yeah, within reason. Because they were good professionals, but they weren't the hard-hitting centre-backs or the wingers that we want.
So let's know.
We've just attacked Southampton.
Sorry. We love you.
Yeah, but let us know, guys, because we want to hear from you, don't we, Jonesy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Where can we find you anyway, mate? Where are you? Where are you hidden?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at WoodyW1988. Where can they find you, Jonesy?
On the Instagram, football.jonesy.
We want to try something different, don't we, this time? So we thought of an idea of listener of the week. And it's not about where you're listening to us. It's about your 90s memory. So what we want, please, is for any listeners or viewers to send us their favourite piece of 90s memorabilia. And each week we will showcase you on the 90s Premier League podcast Wall of Fame.
Great.
That could be anything from magazines, programmes, ticket stubs, paper articles, shirts, Sabutio, anything you want. Is that right, Jonesy?
Yeah, anything. I'm looking forward to this segment, mate. Good shout. I think it would be good.
Yeah. I think we should celebrate. Let's see what you've got. You've seen what we have.
Yeah.
So showcased it, guys. We want to hear from you.
Show and tell. Excellent.
Yeah, drop us a DM.
Yeah, absolutely. And just great. A quick thanks as well for all the feedback from last week's episode as well. The Shoot magazine. It went down a storm, didn't it?
Yeah. Very lucky again. One. We've had some new fans follow us as well from recommended podcasts to listen to on Spotify, etc. So thanks for finding us. Yeah, we've got plenty of other episodes to listen to and enjoy.
Yeah,
31 to be precise.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. All right. I think we're done, aren't we, mate?
We are.
What a rush.
Yeah, there you go. Premier League defenders. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoy the episode. And Jonesy, see us out, my friend.
Goodbye, all our friends. See you on the next one.
Speak to you later, guys.
Bye.